What's up, everyone? What's up? What's up? And welcome to another episode of Savage Crucible. Hello to everybody in the comments. Thank you for commenting, saying hello. We got Kevin here with us. We got Rob. We got Tim. How's it going, everybody?
Hello.
Hello, hello. I hope everybody's doing good. Exciting times. Wave 2. We're already there, or pre-order up for that. So, how's everybody feeling about that? Anybody place any orders, or everybody set on the Kickstarter?
I'm probably going to wait till the end to do my order. So, and I guess we should tell everybody that in honor of Kevin, we're going to do this entire episode in German.
Yes.
Genau.
Yeah.
Gut.
So hope everybody has their translation setting on. So, but yeah, we're excited, guys. I'm excited. Wave 2 is probably my most anticipated wave since we launched the Kickstarter. So I'm always checking the site to see what else I can get on top of what I already ordered. So good times, guys. I hope everybody's getting their orders ready, putting them in, and pretty soon they'll be here. So let's see here. We got a couple people in the comments. They're saying hello. Let's go Savages. Hello, hello. We just had last week, just a little recap. We were at Joe Fest. Had a really good time at Joe Fest. I'm just trying to collect myself here. It was such a fun time. First event, well, second event for me with product there because we were at Heroes Con the week before that. But very busy for us. So we were excited to see everybody. Thank you to the host for having us. We look forward to being there next year again. We had a lot of fun. Thank you to all the fans that stopped by to say hello, to pick up some slates, some figures, all of that. We honestly have a lot of fun interacting with everybody. So thank you guys. But with that being said, let's talk some barbarians. Enough about that. Barbarians it is. Evan, my friend, you have had your hand in this.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the barbarians in Wave 2. A little bit about, what inspired you to kind of, come up with the characters, the armor, the weapons. I want to hear it all, man.
It's not all me. Please be more specific, cause
We'll get to that.
I know where to start. Any questions? I don't know.
Well, with
maybe
what's
start
that?
with Krieger. I don't know.
Here,
Because
let's
it
start
was-
with this question. Because we were talking about this name earlier, Krieger.
Yes.
You could say it better, but tell us about that character a little bit.
Yeah, it was the first, I think, of all the bunch we did back. I don't know. Is it 3 years, Rob?
Yeah, 3 years.
So sorry if I don't remember everything. But what you have to take into account is the pictures you see is from the prototype. It's very important because over the years we did a lot of updates to the bug, and I'm pretty sure it will look much better, the final product of Krieger.
Because you've done that much alteration to it.
Yes, especially the body is our awesome production manager Dave Proctor did a lot of updates.
Nice.
It was back in the day. It was more or less. I based him on the lizard body, and to make the armors interchangeable. So be sure to be that it would be interchangeable between those body types. It was made very close to the lizard body, and something happened size-wise by sending the files or ZBrush. I don't know, because the chest got very small on the production figure. But this will not be the case on the final product.
Right.
The prototypes of Human and Nasorn come more close to what you will get in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Much better proportions.
Which, by the way, they look amazing. Who man?
Right.
I love that screaming face. It's so good.
Yeah, and there's definitely a noticeable difference with having the new check models like Human and Nashorn. You definitely get to see a little bit of the bigger proportions on that figure, so you definitely notice that. But we do have some shots of Krieger here. Well, these are before, these were from D Amazing, I believe, who sent us these shots. So some excellent shots. We could see. I mean, he strikes a little bit of a resemblance to someone I know. I don't know,
Who's
but
that?
excellent figure. Excellent figure. I can't wait. And part of the thing that is I'm so excited for in Wave 2 is the fact that the swords have feats for them. A lot of them do. So I'm really excited for that aspect of in Wave 2. So um, but yeah, I think he looks just like you, Kevin. I don't know. I have to see you without a beard. I, I got to see
Sometimes I
you
have this
clean shaved,
expression.
clean shaved there.
No.
So I got a question for you, Kevin. Do you prefer the armor to be symmetrical or asymmetrical?
Asymmetrical, because it is more interesting, I guess. It gives more of a dynamic and especially a history. Because why is it asymmetrical? Because maybe he found some part here in some adventure or in another adventure, another part of the armor. So that's why I designed it that way.
Mm-hmm. And I think Abraham took that and then incorporated it into the bio as well. So
Yeah, and I also want to mention, if I tailor something here, how I came to a certain design point doesn't mean it's the canon of the figure. It's just some thoughts I had while doing it. So
Sure.
the canon will be different,
Sure, we get that.
probably much better.
So I guess we should just talk about what me and you disagree about the most in Wave 2. And that was Nashorn's horns. So you guys may not know this, but Kevin loves to tease me with sculpts. He won't show them to me all at once. He likes to give me like a silhouette, and then he'll just give me like little pieces of it as he's doing it because he refuses to show me what it looks like until the end. And so what we were trying to do with Nasorn was come up with something that was very iconic from a silhouette. Because if you think about it, the most iconic characters are the ones that you know just from a silhouette, right? And so I definitely think you did that. You pulled that one off because Nasorn does have a pretty menacing, distinct silhouette.
Yeah, it's also the horns that some people don't like, and I understand it. I was aware that this would be some controversy because they are very unusual, I would say, for the type. But I especially didn't want to do something that you see always. And I also did it in a way, the curve of the horns and the curves in the helmet and the curves of the pauldrons, if you look from the side, it will all be harmonious, and you can follow the lines, and it should be one cohesive look. Also, it's a bit influenced from Norse mythology,
I was gonna say, yeah.
but also from Roman and Greek old culture. It's a mix in the figure because that guy is full of it. He's
He's
he,
disinherited.
You did.
he's,
So,
he's
so Kevin, what do you think about the Paint Master for Nasorn?
it's the Paintmaster is very interesting. I wasn't a fan at first. I have to tell you, I be honest, because you have something different in mind when you do the stuff. But over time, I absolutely loved it, and I showed it to my little one, my 3-year-old one, and he loved it. I showed him all figures, and he loved Nasorn the most in his new paint schematic. And I think it's with the paints on those figures is sometimes like progressive metal. At first, it's a bit strange, but it doesn't get boring over time. It gets more interesting, more you look at it, and I love it.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it in person yet, so I can't wait.
Me neither. Those horns do look great. Damn it.
Yeah. You know, it's funny seeing it actually like 3D rendered, you know, like the actual form of the figure. The horns are excellent. And they totally, you know, you can move them too, so they are adjustable and stuff.
And you can replace them.
Exactly. So
Don't like
anybody that gets those character packs, you can definitely utilize those extra horns, plug-in horns there. So a couple of questions that I have a couple of friends of mine asked me. They're saying, are we ever going to get a human head for Nasorn?
Well, my vote is that going with, we were trying to make Nasorn very iconic. I didn't want him to have a face. I wanted to go the Boba Fett route in terms of I thought Boba Fett was way cooler and mysterious.
Yes, I
didn't know what he
100% agree with that. Yeah.
So what you're telling us is this is the way.
I don't know, but Kevin, would you want to do a unhelmeted head for Nasorn?
I would prefer to keep the mystery.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, everybody can put another head on it.
True.
Right.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, no, I think it's really cool not knowing.
Yeah.
Now, Kevin, what does Nasorn mean in German?
Yeah, rhino.
Yep.
Rhino.
I don't know.
Why
didn't realize he had 2 horns. So,
what does Krieger mean then?
Why rhino?
Why rhino? Well, it was either that or beetle, and so I went with rhino. So,
I mean, he needs a ride. He needs something to ride or to tow his chariot. I don't know.
Ooh, that would be cool.
So Tim was asking what Krieger means.
Warrior.
Yep.
It's warrior.
Oh, right on.
These you get some excellent names from the German language is what I'm getting the vibes here. Some excellent barbarian names, which is very awesome. Cool, man. So let's see. We got one of my favorites I want to talk about too is Joerger, who I think I know this one. I believe that means hunter, correct?
Yes.
Yep. So,
yes. It was a very that was a very theatrical yes. Yeah. He whispers.
Tell us a little bit about that character, man. I'm super excited for him. I love the stuff that he comes with. I've ordered some extras.
But yeah, you can see his concept that started the figure on our page, actually, on the concepts, I think. And the idea was, I think Rob told me to come up with something using the werewolf parts we already had.
Whoops.
No. And I made a what is it called? A hunter dog,
A hound.
Mhm.
A hound.
Hound, like a hound.
Yeah, a hound. And I showed it Rob, and he got some ideas to use some chainmail armor, and I think I used from Terran Fiddler is his name.
Look at that
Mhm.
one. Look
Some
at that
ideas. Wow. Yeah, it was some back and forth between me and Rob that made this figure.
head.
Yeah, I'm in love with it. I really like the old school, like, Wolfman look that he has.
And that
And
was actually
shifter and all
so
that.
easy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't want to make just a wolf head you stick on top.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't like that look. It looks just like some animal head put on a human body. So I definitely want to try to make the in-between look between human and wolf. And it
Right.
wasn't very easy because often it looked like a rat or something,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to make it look cool. So it took a while, and very important for this was the nose and
Right.
just the mean expression and the length of the mouth. You had really to try to find the perfect spot so it doesn't look silly.
Well, I can say
Yeah.
job well done, my friend, because I was going to say the biggest concentration is basically the non-fur parts of the face is what you're drawn to, and I could say like you can just see like even in the picture the outlines that are picked up from the jawline, from the snout coming down. Real good job, man. I love how this figure looks. So
Does
And
he craft his own bolts for the crossbow? Does he make?
I don't know.
Kevin's like, I just sculpt him. I don't.
Yeah.
Before.
Who's making those? I want to know who's making those. Is it him?
So I
How-
think
how
one question
talented-
I've
how
asked a couple of
talented is
times is the lower half. I think the lower half, yes, the lower half will definitely be swappable with other figures. The legs, the lower half, everything. So the arms, everything. So yes, you can definitely pull the arms from Nasorn and put it on this buck. Won't be an issue. You can pull the legs off and put them on any other character, or even a Lemurian for that matter.
mhm.
So yeah, that would definitely happen. I think.
Avoiding your secrets, Rob.
Well, I mean, just that's. So I think one of the more interesting things I remember early on, I still remember this criticism when we first showed Joerger was his bolt pouch and how unrealistic it was. The irony in that criticism is it's actually incredibly realistic. It was based on medieval soldiers and crossbow holders. That's actually how they carried their crossbows.
Yeah.
So this is kind of interesting that was a criticism years ago. It's kind of funny sometimes when you read criticisms and things like we always talk about. We really do appreciate feedback, whether it's positive or negative, but sometimes people might criticize something and not really actually know what they're talking about. So a lot of effort goes into drawing from realism and bringing it into a fantasy element. So, and Joerger is definitely a character that Kevin did a fantastic job on. Now, in the early concept art, you do have a cape on him, and I forgot to put that in there, but he is going to come with a soft goods cape. And,
Yes.
the
That's
straps,
amazing.
yeah, no, the straps helped us with the with part of the design on that, and I don't know that I ever did I share the picture of one of the prototypes for the
I
cape?
can't remember.
I'll have to go find it and see if we can't pull that up for everybody that's watching.
Yeah.
While you do that, I can tell you that we did some updates until the last second on him also. I think it was Rob who said I should make them removable, the bolts on his shoulder strap.
No
So
way.
you can put them anywhere you want. That was a critic also that he would step himself with them. But now you can put them on the back. Or
Thank you for that.
or
Yeah.
throw them away.
Yeah,
Thank you for that.
and I think that the idea was that it also gave you a little bit visually different feels, like using that same belt.
Mhm.
That was sort of the idea on that one. So we do make changes based on feedback.
we listen. And I
So
did see a
you
question
should have
earlier in
that
the chat,
picture on Facebook.
that somebody was asking if Jaeger comes with 3 heads. I believe he comes with a hooded head, an unhooded head, and then the one where um, he's got a ponytail.
The hood is
He
removable.
comes with 2 heads, and there is a third head in a character pack.
That's what I meant. I think they were asking how many heads are.
Yeah, there are 3 heads total, but there are only 2 unique heads. One is just hooded and non-hooded, and the third head is a different character altogether that we haven't really talked about or discussed. So.
Oh, really? I thought the hood was removable, so it's not. It's just a separate head.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, neat. Okay.
And you will have a second put-down hood.
Yeah, there's an next separate piece.
Yeah.
And give me just 1 second, guys. I'm pulling that picture up right now.
Yeah, that's some interesting choices that you guys made. So hats off to both of you, really. And I mean, I know everybody plays a hand, but decisions like that.
I want to say, Kevin, you help me remember. I thought maybe we just had a hooded head at first.
Yes.
And then I think because people wanted it during the Kickstarter, we're talking about it because we realized that to really make the hood stay on the head, we're going to have to cut the back of the head. So, to make it work well. So we just assumed that a lot of people were going to want to.
I think I did the second hand while the Kickstarter was still going.
Yep.
But if you guys want to see the cape.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man, that looks cool.
Yeah. Love the tattered look.
Awesome.
That's so funny. That 3D print, I actually printed that. That's over in China. And that thing's so old.
Is that being held together? Like I'm looking at the straps on the shoulders.
Yeah, that's hysterical. But we wanted to give it like a distressed look, and so that's not final yet, but it's coming out nice. And maybe in a couple of weeks we'll be able to show the soft goods for the Frazetta's Warrior ball and chain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another figure I'm really interested about. Which, let's get right into it, guys.
What do you got against Who Man? You talk about everyone else but Who Man.
We're gonna get to him too.
I'm just
kind of going off.
I'm gonna be Who Man's champion.
I'm sure.
Who? I do. I love that one. And no disrespect to any of the figures. I think they're all great, but that screaming head, man, that looks so good.
Is it just a screaming head? So
I love it. I think it's great.
No, it came
pulled
out
from
good.
from our.
Which actually, if people were asking about character bios, and the best character bio for Who Man is the first graphic novel. Can't get any better than that. So but other bios we will be coming out with those shortly here in the future. So
somebody did ask if there was going to be another graphic novel. Yes, there is another one.
Mm-hmm.
I actually talked to Rubus this week, and we're getting closer to that. I mean, we plan on having that out in 2024. So, and that is a very Jaeger-centric graphic novel.
Yes, it is. Just
something you want to know about Who Man.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Which, he came out excellent. Since we're on the subject of him, and we're talking about
look at that. Look at that, man.
Yeah, he's based totally off Rubus' artwork.
Mm-hmm.
And the screaming head is actually his look when he channels his powers in the sword up. So it's a bit exaggerated. I don't think a human would be possibly able to have that strong expression.
The Crucible brings it out in you.
Yeah.
He's
really going berserk there.
Yeah, that looks excellent.
I don't know if some saw the back of the shield, his several ports, so you can position the grip where you want. So it's actually in the middle or more in front. You can turn it on the side.
Question on that, Rob. Will the character pack, well, I guess not the character pack, but will he come with that little port piece that you can port on the back? Like if you want to port the shield?
No, I don't think
No?
he's.
Okay.
No.
Not like the other shield that came in the character pack.
So you just use the one.
Right,
from
yeah.
that,
Whoever
right?
has that one, it'll definitely work on that shield for sure.
You
So-
should be able to put the shield on his back via his normal grip. Just put it between the body and the armor. You can
Mm.
Oh, I see.
Should
So
be
the
able
handles
to
can
slide
slide
it
in.
in.
Oh, okay. So you do have
I
that
guess
on?
so. Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, that whole armor design is really nice on Human. And I believe, Rob, you said that you have the opposite side of their armor done as well.
Shh.
I mean, what?
I don't think he got the script for the show, Rob.
No, he did not get the script for the show.
Yeah,
It's
right.
all right. It's all right. Kevin is a huge fan of asymmetry in his designs. But as someone already noted in the comments, not everyone appreciates asymmetry. And so, especially when you're tooling something like that, it makes a lot of sense to go ahead and tool the other side, the opposite side. Now, a lot of companies will go through and they'll tool the other side, but it's just a mirror image. And we do our best not to forget that. And so we try to add some nicks and knacks on the other side. So it's not a mirror, literal mirror image of the other piece. So, but yes, future figures might have different parts or doubles on left and right of that same armor set. So,
And talking about armor sets, how about those character packs in Wave 2? That is, I'm actually really excited for. I don't think these have, they're not named like the Wave 1 ones, right? It's just Character Pack 1, Character Pack 2, correct?
yeah, they have names.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I believe it's called the Conquest and pack, and then the Raider pack.
Yep.
I don't think we had names for them during the Kickstarter. That's true.
No, we didn't. But those are good.
No.
Those are
Yeah.
really good titles. I like that. Look at that.
Gordon came up with the names. So.
Of course he did. That
Thanks,
mad
man, Professor.
Look at that. Oh man.
It's a symmetrical armor.
There it is. No, this armor set is excellent, guys. This I'm actually really excited to get to. Putting it on that Lemurian was a lot of fun. And the swappability with this armor too, some things you can do, is really nice. So,
And
Should
one thing we should probably talk about just for a second is the head.
the skull? No, talk about the skulls. I don't think people know what those are.
Yeah, right.
The skulls. Let's just talk about the head first, because that's a bit of confusion. So you see
Mhm.
two faces there, and then that represents two different heads. And the helmet to the right of the head can fit on that wonderful bald man, that beautiful bald man. But you can also, to the left of the bald head, is the eye bandage, and you can actually put that on the head as well. And so it gives
Nice.
you two entirely, or actually three different looks. You can go with just plain bald head with the eye bandage, bald head with the helmet, and it's a tight fit, but I think you can make it work where you can actually put bald head with bandage in helmet.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Oh, yeah.
that's really cool.
Or just bald head.
The whole shebang. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and Kevin, actually, that's one of the things that we worked on a couple of months ago, like 4 months ago, 3 months ago at this point, where we tried to make some of the heads more compatible with each other in terms of some of the helmets working on multiple heads and things. And so that's something we wanted to make sure that it worked reasonably well in the future. You don't want to lock yourself in too much on making sure everything's compatible, because then you kind of lose some of the uniqueness. But I think we did a great job there. And then, as Tim was alluding to, is something, those wonderful skull fist weapons. That's all Kevin's design from his head. Which, Kevin, when you were designing those, those skulls are pretty big. Where are they from?
Some giants.
Just punching people with skulls, man. How you don't get any more savage than that.
I mean, they're not actually human. If you look closer, you can see some attributes that not that are not human. So,
Mm-hmm.
but human can use them to punch.
Yeah. Those are excellent. Yeah, the handles you can. I believe they come off too in the final.
Yes.
Um,
So once again, just like the mask from Wave 1, the skull mask, you can use it as like a diorama piece. These are the same way. You can put them on the ground, and so this is a really interesting concept. Loved it. When Kevin showed it to me, I was ecstatic about it. And I think what I really like about the character pack is that a lot of different people have sculpts in here. A lot of this is from Kevin. The one Viking-esque head is from Nick Whitmore. The Sexton piece is from Gordon. And did Gordon do the mug, or was that you, Kevin? I don't remember.
That was mine, but I didn't do the sword, that awesome sword.
that sword. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm embarrassed. I don't.
Isn't it from Nick?
Is it
I
from
think
Nick? I think Nick sculpted that one.
I think we can give you a pass considering how much information you have to retain, Rob. It's okay.
Mhm. Just as
Well,
fun.
this was like 14 months ago. I don't, yeah,
But
I'll
I
ask Nick.
believe the factory painted that, and the paint, like the patina they have on that sword, the paint job on that sword is excellent, real good. The runes come through real nice. It's really nicely done. I might replace someone's sword with that one.
Hmm.
Real good stuff. Let's take a look at that other character pack too. This one's the one I'm really excited for, but the other one has some really nice goodies as well.
Let me
Especially
just,
that
just
shield.
let me just add something to
Yes.
the last pack, to the radar pack.
Oh, you want me? Let me go back.
The belt buckles, almost on every figure, are removable and interchangeable.
Neat. So like Nins.
Bro,
Yes.
don't give away my ideas. No, just joking.
No, that's really cool. That's good to
You
know.
can make it
Yeah, that's
more
a free.
unique.
No,
That's a
because
free
that
feat. Yep.
allows people to buy multiples so they can plan out.
Mhm.
Oh, that's really good.
And I don't know how much glue the factory will use on the heads in the helmets, but you probably can customize them to mix the helmets.
Mm,
Don't take my word for it, but it should be possible.
right, because you're saying it's a sculpted separate piece.
Mhm.
Nice.
Real neat.
Hmm.
So let's see here.
That head hook. Oh my
This,
god, that's
yeah,
so good.
that thing is wicked. But what's awesome is the blood effects that are on that shield are really nicely done as well. They definitely stick out on top of the shield. It definitely looks like it's something that's been layered on there, not just painted on. Um, so really nicely done. Uh, you get the sign language hands there, so those are awesome as well. And then the other like fist weapons, those are excellent too. So all those horns too, the for Nashorn, you can port those in his helmet, interchangeable ones. That skull mask is excellent too.
Oh man, that looks so cool.
Yeah, real nice.
I like the war horn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That grappling hook, I know Gordon did, and that's actually two different pieces because of the undercuts. That for some reason, all of our belt accessories are really complex from a tooling perspective.
Hmm.
And I think Nick did the. Well, I don't want to give away names, but the other Therian head that goes with the Jaeger body.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And the skull head does have a name. There's actually a character name for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting.
You just have to wait
You
till it come out.
okay. Well, let's go a little bit back. I remember you saying, Rob, when you were doing Wave 2, that somebody got sidelined so Jaeger could be on there.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Do you want to talk about that? Maybe.
Do we have the images of that character?
I don't actually have the image. I don't have the image of him. I can here. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Yeah, that was a tough one because Nick did that one, and Abraham came up with this just amazing backstory bio for that character. Characters, actually, it's two characters. Um, and I loved it. But I also wanted something different in Wave 2. Because I felt like with Wave 1 being all Lemurians, and even though Nin's upper torso is different, they're still basically the same body type. And so, when we're making decisions, we do make some decisions based on trying to get certain parts into the part library. And Joerger was definitely one of those that hit a lot of different part libraries. Just in terms of leather pants, a non-bear torso, furry arms, and so it was really tough because they're two really compelling characters. And yeah, that was the choice I made. Now, paying for the tooling bill, I regret it, but the in the long run, I think it was a smart choice. But I can't wait to get to this character that Nick pulled together as well. And it is based on the art.
Yeah, it's not too clear. It's a smaller image that I had, but you can get a gist of the character. And the short sword over there should look a little familiar too over there.
Yeah.
If people pay attention to the picture, there's actually quite a few interesting things happening there. In the background, in the middle.
Yeah, Mindy does an incredible job with this art.
The shield that we were talking about is right there too.
Yeah, Gordon sculpted that one. Yeah.
There's a couple of questions still. We might want to.
Let's let's go to the questions real quick.
So, I mean, while he's looking, man.
Yes, very much so.
Yep.
Those sets are amazing.
Definitely put them in different orientations. So
right. Does the skull mask fit over a portrait? Not 100%. What do you mean by portrait?
I think no, because I think it's sculpted on. Because you could kind of see in that picture there was like something behind the skull itself.
Right. Yeah. There's like the helmet.
Yeah, that's definitely a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And the eyes on that skull is like just piercing.
Oh yeah, you looked at it. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Well, look, Kevin sculpted it. He knows too.
Yeah. Right. That big spiky thing on the bottom, I believe he's talking. It's like a fist weapon shield type of thing. It has a little handle on the inside of it.
Oh right, and then there was like a fan dagger, or like something like that. Yeah, like punch weapons. Yeah,
right.
Really. Yeah, if you played like Dark Souls or Elden Ring, you'll know the melee weapons. It's kind of like that in that perspective.
No, they. I see somebody said they like Como Sword. Yeah, Como Sword is pretty epic.
Marcel said, "What's the random surprise?" It wouldn't be a surprise if they told you. You gotta wait. Gotta wait. Surprise.
So yes, the Frazetta figure will definitely have a different skin tone than Krieger and Human. That's intentional, and so you can put, in theory, you should be able to interswap between Human and Krieger. So.
Yeah, which you basically got 2 extra characters in that pack. I think it's a wave of 5 figures. Yep. So
it is 5 figures, correct?
Yep. But with the character packs, you can you can make quite a few.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
just from the bald head, Rob gave you 4 options, or 3, maybe a 4, depending on the tight fit. Right.
Right. Somebody said Nin sword ? Renato, what are you asking about? Oh, here's a good question. Any possible human slates in the future?
Not slates. Savage is a possibility. We've talked about it. Like, will we do bare forearms, bare shins? How how do you do a? But slates kind of human skin tones are kind of hard to pull off with just a plastic color. I mean, I don't know, right? Like the slates work so well because the color is dynamic. While it is a solid color plastic, given the effects that we've included in the plastic, it gives it a lot of depth. Like there's a wash and things like that. So it wouldn't work as well in a flat texture like human skin. So I think Savage is the way to go. And that's something that we're still considering.
What's the random surprise?
Yeah.
Don't y'all want to know?
Go to the Frazetta character that's asking if he's Crucible lore. It's an interesting one.
Is Frazetta Oh, there we go. Is Frazetta character part of the Crucible lore?
I mean, the Crucible lore is that anybody can come to the Crucible. So you're I don't know what. That's a tricky question to even ask. I mean, on something official like this, like it's a licensed character that we release under the Savage Crucible brand. So
maybe
let us make those figures, and we're really excited about the next one's coming out as well. So that's as far as I'm concerned, Mickey Mouse can be in the Crucible.
Hello.
Oh boy.
I mean, based on Steamboat Willie, I think we're going to get some crazy savage Mickey Mouses out there, right?
It would be awesome to see like black and white Lemurians like climbing into the boat, like getting to Mickey.
Oh wow! Right.
Question: female characters planned. We had somebody ask. We definitely have females character planned.
Yes.
So stay tuned for those as well. We will be making that badass throne for Frazetta. Probably not.
That throne is already made. I thought we put that in the pictures that we.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I believe they had that on Big Bad Toy Store. I think it's sold out too after the.
I know what throne you're talking about now.
Yeah,
okay.
Why we're not use stuff in pictures because it confuses the shit out of people.
In a previous stream, you all mentioned the possibility of a Savage Barbarian. Yep, we just talked about that.
I saw a few questions about MAFC.
Any Berserk fans, and if so, would you ever do a Dragon Slayer sword? I am a huge Berserk fan. It would be cool to see that sword, but maybe not the same exact version of it. I mean, you can definitely do something different.
If the question is, will we ever try to license Berserk? Sure, that's a possibility in the future. Our most recent undisclosed Savage Crucible joint IP is our licensed IP, not joint IP, but we just got the final approval for that Kevin just got through sculpting, so that we're gonna show everybody this year. I think it's going to go up for order this year too, so that'll be exciting. But in terms of other IPs, in the future, Berserker's a great universe, great character. So,
oh yes, yeah, I would love to see a lot come from that manga series. Me myself personally. Death Owl Customs asks, was the Maya action figure custom sale successful enough to continue making parts?
It was definitely successful. I think all the heads and tails are sold out, which I think people want me to put more tails up, but there's not any more to sell on those. We will have some more heads. The heads are listed to put up to restock those at a later time, but I think that it's an interesting idea. So I know everyone hasn't gotten their parts because I haven't shipped them, and I'm excited to see what everybody does with them. I think that is really important. I think that yes, that we'll do another run in the future of factory made parts to sell. The real question that I'm asking myself right now is I kind of want to make parts that are unique to sell through MAFC. At least they're unique when we introduce them. I think that would be a lot of fun. Um, but I also realize that it's just wave one now, and as soon as people get wave two, I think they're really going to have a great time mixing and matching the parts between wave one and two. I think that'll really start the amount of kit bashing will really start to explode at that point. Not that people aren't doing a great job right now. So I think with that, it'll be really interesting to see how people progress. But yes, the MAFC experiment out the gate was a raging success. We're happy with it. Now I have to make some decisions on what I really want to do as far as the next release. So.
And on that, Rob, I believe people should start receiving those orders this upcoming week.
Yeah, it just depends. So this probably isn't the best place to talk about this, but essentially the ladies that pack all the orders, who are relatives of mine, they their mother had surgery twice last week, brain surgery, so they haven't been in, and but they've gotten most of the Savage Crucible orders out. There's still some Savage Crucible orders that need to go out and get packed, and then the MAFC orders are going after that. So hopefully by the end of the week, provided there aren't any more complications. So, but yeah, we told everybody that it'd take 4 weeks from the start of the 17th. At least the people that read what we actually wrote in terms of expectations. But yeah, so really cool stuff.
Yeah, and just so you guys know now, and anyone that watches this after it airs, Stel and I do have something planned to do a live painting. So I guess we're just trying to be patient and wait for you guys to get your stuff, and well, all of us, because we don't have ours yet either. But
right.
But with that said, so we're gonna do that, and hopefully it helps people out. It gets people rolling with just some simple things, So
anybody that's interested in trying it out, or anybody that needs pointers, or just some help in getting started with something, because there are people that are new to it coming in. That's what me and Tim are here to do. We're here to kind of just do some easy tutorials and get people excited. That's the first and foremost aspect of this. We want people to be excited and have fun doing this. So yeah, we would love anybody that's able to join or is interested in it. Definitely give it a watch when we go live, or do the episode. So
yeah.
And speaking of that pile of skulls, I'm gonna wait for Rob to come back. But I mean, that thing is
Right.
excellent. People cannot stop talking about it. I mean, look
While
at
we're-
the version of it.
While
That's
we're
a-
waiting, hold on. While we're waiting on that, there's a question by East Coast Cody. Yes, the MAFC orders will more than likely come from the email that's Harbinger Studios.
Yeah, it's the
So-
same thing. Yeah,
Yeah, it's he owns both, so if you get it underneath that, no need to be confused. Just pay attention to the contents listed in the package, and
right. And to touch on that, anybody else too that has orders or anything, always look for Harbinger Studios, not Savage Crucible, because it'll always come through us, Harbinger Studios. So in case it goes in your spam, or it's in your folder, but you're not looking for that, you're looking for Savage Crucible, just always remember it's going to be under Harbinger Studios. So.
and just because you get the email does not mean you get Savage Crucible boxes with your MAFC orders.
Yeah, right.
Nice try, people. Yeah, we definitely would love to see this. And Rob even commented that this is a great piece. I mean, he fully is aware, but who knows what the future holds.
I mean, coming off of 2 shows and other previous shows, everybody always guaranteed is like, what wave is that skull pile in, or what figure comes with that skull pile? And I honestly feel at this point, Rob would have been like, you know what, like, let's see how we can make it happen. But I don't know. Like, I know that it's a very, very hard piece to pull off. Um, but it is excellent nonetheless. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe eventually we'll get him to crack.
Look at the look on his face. He's like, "Yeah, get me to crack."
Yeah, right.
I am reading all these comments.
If he didn't crack on Kroll figures, he's not cracking anything else. So
Yeah.
The skull pile is really a difficult piece to make. You can't just throw that in a mold and pop it out. Like, as Kevin can tell you, the undercuts are horrendous. And
Kevin, tell us.
You verified it, Kevin.
Said anything? Look, he's like, man, I was really hoping to get away without talking. Make my ass speak.
So let's answer some of these questions, and we gotta get back to the
Yes.
marquee character in Wave 2 that we still haven't talked about.
Mm-hmm. Did you see that one from Venom, Rob, where he's asking about international shipping?
Yes, currently we're using USPS shipping, and I can guarantee you that the next time we do shipping for Wave 3 or the next wave, international shipping rates are going up again, because it is brutal for international shipping. I've gotten nasty emails talking about how I make a profit off of international shipping, and I lose money on international shipping. Lots of money on international shipping. And to compound that problem, getting our stuff through customs, depending on the country, can be incredibly problematic, even though we're putting the right codes on everything. People either don't get notified, or they don't pay their customs fees, and then they get returned. And then, so yeah, I don't know. We have to think about that a little bit more, but that's it's problematic, and I'm sure those guys overseas are frustrated as well. So there's a learning curve. There certainly is a learning curve to all of this.
Alberto said he missed the MAFC sale. Are there any plan for any more heads coming up?
Yeah, Rob actually just said that. He'll have them up at a later time.
Perfect. Everybody's loving that skull pile, Tim. Let's see here.
Has nothing to do with me. That's MAFC piece.
Well, I'm saying because you showed it off.
Oh, I'm just lucky enough to have one. That's all.
Will Wave 2 have the updated ankle and toe articulation?
I definitely have the updated ankle and foot issue. Once again, let's try to do this one more time.
Mm-hmm.
The figures falling is a combination of three different things coming together. One is that the ankle, the indents on the ankle, the ratcheting, as some people refer to it, might be considered too wide. The biggest issue with the figures not standing has nothing to do with the toes, and it has nothing to do with the ankle. What it has to do with is the bottom of the foot is not flat. The reason the bottom of the foot is not flat is because of the peg from the ankle going into the foot. So if you turn a foot over and you run your finger across it, you will feel that there is a bump, which essentially creates the bottom of what you refer to as a rocking chair. And that is the reason why it goes like this and then falls over. People think it's because the toes aren't tight enough. That has nothing to do with it. The ankle is contributing a little bit in the fact that the indent gives a little give, like a little slight give. And so with the figures that have a lot of weight on top, more so than like the Slate or the Savage, all it takes is that little bit of give in that rocking chair and it falls over. That is the issue. That's why if you use peg stands, the guys just stand up. Like they don't have an issue because there's another place for it to catch. And so will that issue be resolved in Wave 2? Yeah, it better be. This is the answer. I was actually talking to Hong Kong before this call about that, and when we're going to be able to get those out. So like I said, it's three different issues. And I understand people wanting the toes to be tighter, but we never intended the toes to be an actual load joint. But we are going to try some things to make them tighter. But they were never meant to be able to stand up on their toes without any assistance from anything else. So to answer that question, I think I answered it. Or did I go on a tangent?
think you got it.
No, not at all. I think should we just go ahead and move on to, ladies and gentlemen, warrior with the ball and chain. I'm excited, and we're running on an hour, and I know Kevin's got to get going. So
Did he? Let's see. Did he come up? There he
yeah,
is.
he's up.
There
So
he is.
yeah, the throne. That's something that I bought off of BBTS. That has nothing to do with Savage Crucible. I just thought it looked great. So sorry, everyone. That has nothing to do with Savage Crucible. I have multiple thrones from all kinds of toy lines. I just use them wherever they look good. So
Yeah. No, he looks excellent though. And I love the tan look that he has. Definitely a different skin tone from the rest. Um, there's going to be a thicker chain, I believe, that comes on his flail, correct? So it's not going to be uh, as skinny as seen here.
Yeah, that's just one that we had laying around when they were doing the Paint Master. So
just real quick, everyone, too, that base is not included with Savage
Right.
Crucible. That was bought online.
on Amazon, I think it's a
Yeah,
like
Amazon.
barbarian piece.
Yeah,
Mhm.
something like that. So
Still available on Amazon for $12. No, I'll just I don't know how
they are
much.
pretty cheap, aren't they? I don't know.
Yeah, they're not a. It's a fairly cheap piece.
Mm.
Pretty heavy though. It's hefty, so it's a very nice piece. I was using it to pose the Lemurians this past weekend.
So Kevin, what you got to sculpt this, and you agonized over a great deal. I mean, how do you feel about the way it looks now?
I'm happy. I'm happy with it, and yeah, it's a lot of work, but to pay tribute to such a master, it's a burden
Well said.
to make it right. But I had help from our great Matt O'Toole, a lot of help, and we went back and forth especially on the face, because the difficult part of the figures are the things you can't see, and Frazetta always played with his shadow,
Yeah,
and it's an
you can see it.
important part of the painting, and it's an important part to create some I don't know, some dark feeling. The things you don't see are actually what you imagine, and what creates what is special about it. So we didn't want to make something up, just especially the parts you can't see from the face. We didn't want to make something up that we imagined. So when you lighten it up, the painting, maybe you can show it again.
You want? Oh, let me go back to the painting. I'm sorry.
Painting. So you can, in Photoshop, you can make it lighter and try to see the silhouette of the face. So actually, the chin was a very pointy chin, which Frazetta normally didn't do. I guess he did it on that painting just to create some light spot here, to make it more interesting. I'm not sure. I just interpret what he did. And I got back and forth with Matt. I first sculpted it a bit pointy, but it didn't look like a Frazetta face. So we decided to do a more a face like he did on his other paintings. So it really looked like a typical Frazetta face, and I think it came out really good that way. The same for the other parts you don't see, actually, like the little knife and the back of the shield and the sword. I looked at other paintings to came up with how they can look. Didn't make them up just from my imagination, just to honor Frazetta.
I think.
So, Kevin, what do you think the next figure you would like to sculpt out of the Frazetta library?
Personally, the Flesh Eaters.
Thank you. I want the same thing.
Right.
Because they are savage.
I feel like the flesh eaters have like a different body type. Like they're leaner.
Yeah, a little bit. And yeah,
Leaner and lankier, you think?
lanky? Not, no.
Not so much lankier.
You know, sometimes Frazetta's paintings bounced a little. They didn't bounce. That's the wrong word. Sometimes guys were a little bit more shredded in certain, and part of that's just the lighting, the shadows. But I think the flesh eaters are a little bit leaner, a little bit more shredded than Warrior Ball and Chain was in that one. I mean, none of his characters were like hulking, massive,
Right.
but not like Arnold Schwarzenegger or bodybuilders or whatever. So that's what we really kind of enjoyed. What about you, Stel? What do you want to see Kevin sculpt next?
Oh man, I feel like you guys are already touching it up. I don't want to give too much away here. I think
Well, now you have. Jeez.
yeah, right. I think we're heading in the direction that I really like.
But
all right. Well, Stel's not allowed to answer any questions from now
Yeah,
on.
right.
How about you?
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Kevin sculpt Kroll figures.
I knew he was going to say that.
I'm not saying anything from Frazetta's works. No, I'll take the other route and just plead insanity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not giving anything away. We lost Kevin.
Oh no, he's back.
Oh, he's
He had
back.
to reconnect. He's having some issues.
I can't
All right.
understand this.
Everyone's
I think anything.
80 seconds to ask a question, and then we're gonna go.
Somebody's on the right track. Go to poison somebody, poison myself. Like
No, you would tell them you're poisoning them. Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
poisoning.
Yeah.
Hey, don't drink that.
Yeah. By the
Wait, let
way,
me check that real quick. Oh shoot. Like,
All right. So our next show is in Dallas in what, 2 weeks?
couple weeks.
At the Retro Expo, I think it's called. So I hope to see some of you guys there. And
Wave 2 pre-orders open till when, Rob?
August, is it 16th, 14th, 16th? It's on the website, but basically we give everybody 6 weeks to get your pre-order in. Please pre-order if you want the figures, because we base production off the pre-orders. And retailers might tell you that they're doing a pre-order. They're not. Their numbers are fixed on what they're allowed to sell. So they can't increase based on them selling out. So do what you can. I understand.
Kevin, can you see and hear us okay?
No.
Renato was asking
Guess I
if
need to
the
restart
chain
my
on Warrior
connection.
is bendy wire. It's not going to be bendy wire on the sword or the flail.
Yeah, the chain on the figure is definitely going to be a real chain on the flail and the sword.
And we had a question: will the Crimson Lemurian or the Slate be available again on the site?
The Shadow Slate. I don't know that I want to spoil that.
Well, now I want a Crimson Lemurian. I'm thinking red.
Well, we almost called the Shadow Slate the Blood Slate because there was between that color and a blood color. So for a long time we were referred to it as the Blood Slate. Yeah, there will be another opportunity for more slates in the future, Lemurian slates. So we'll see. And Wave 2 is expected to ship in 2024. So, and we do have at least one surprise that's being made at the factory right now for 24, and the other one actually will be really close. We're trying to. Kevin's trying to put the final touches on that as we speak. So.
Interesting. Jeez.
Well, actually, I'm worried about that. I don't want to put out too much. That's the problem. I don't want to overuse anything. So, demand is really strong, and I appreciate that. We all do, but until there's more body types and more parts to use, I don't want to keep rehashing the same thing over and over again.
I think we can all appreciate that, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%. Whoops. Not that one. Somebody was asking, is there going to be a wave conclusive? I'm guessing for wave 2.
You
I'm
mean
guessing
just
maybe they're asking for a new conclusive in the wave, maybe? Is that what they're asking? I don't think they're, yeah.
Zamora, you're going to have to clarify. I don't know what you mean. Are we going to have another conclusive? Yes. A wave conclusive? You mean a wave of conclusives? I don't know.
Either that or he meant if there's anything in wave 2 that's a conclusive.
Maybe he's associating it because the first conclusive was a Lemurian.
Yeah, no. So the reason why we can have a wave 2 all in on pre-order is because everything is available, whereas we couldn't do a wave 1 quote pre-orders because the conclusive was only available on the Kickstarter and at conventions. So that's the difference. And also, I think last time, our pre-sale went on for a long while. I don't think that people understand that, wave 2 is going to ship this year. We're literally in July. The pre-order ends in August. So there's not going to be a lot of time before the figures get here. It's not like we had last time we had a pre-sale for what? 6 months or something like that. And that had a lot to do with Chinese New Year. And then the one issue that we ran into that we had to, needed to be fixed before everything shipped. So everything got delayed. So yeah, in fact, our biggest issue right now is how we put up all the stuff for like wave 3 and our next secret wave while doing this, so that waiting to put the pre-order up for wave 2 until everybody got wave 1 in hand was the right thing to do, but it certainly put a monkey wrench in the timing. And so I think once we get past the Kickstarter waves and everything, that people really start to understand the cadence. But I think until then, a lot of people are going to make mistakes and assumptions, and they're not going to be able to get certain figures that they want. So,
right.
So go order from the website.
The Harbinger Throne is going to be released when we get to the wave 3. That's still the plan. It has been the plan for, I think, since last summer. I think so. We have it, majority of it sculpted. It has been sculpted. The only thing we have to do, the only thing we haven't done at this point with that is making it into several different parts so that people can print it at their home instead of just, we can just send out one STL file, but you can't print it. It's too big. So you have to break it up. Hey, he's back. So you have to break up the file in order to make it printable for people on home printers. And so, but that'll be during wave 3. We want to do that with wave 3 coming out.
Rob, somebody was, Death Owl was asking, are you a fan of metal?
Oh, the Guar question. Yeah, I totally missed that. I read it. Address it. Will I ever license a band like Guar if it was on the table? I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying no. We're actually really heavy on licenses right now. we have a lot to get through.
Mhm.
We should do Led Zeppelin if we're going to do a band.
But that is a relatively cool idea to bring in something like that into a fantasy world. I totally get it.
I mean, the figures would look pretty cool.
Licensed for stuff before or NECA. Maybe they have, and I just missed it. I feel like somebody has. I really do.
I don't know if they've done full-on action figures. I think they've done those like
reaction,
yeah, like
yeah,
smaller style figures.
Because Brian Flynn's a really big music guy, so he seems to do a lot of that. So something to think about certainly is someone asking. Each wave ships separately, so which, much to my consternation on the amount of emails that I have to answer where someone accuses me of not sending them their figures. That's wave 1 is shipped. Yes, when wave 2 figures come in, wave 2 will ship to you. If you order figures from multiple waves, they ship out with each wave. So we do not wait till the end to ship out your figures.
Right.
And we named them wave 2 and wave 3 for a reason, so that we thought we were doing a good job communicating, but I don't think we did. But yes, you'll get your wave 2 figures in one shipment and your wave 3 figures in a different shipment. Definitely.
Very nice.
Oh, it says Trick or Treat Studios is doing Gore. So.
Oh, okay. So there is somebody currently doing them.
Well, someone's saying there was a 6-inch line that never made it past preview. It's notoriously hard to work for. I'll work with rather.
Did we have any?
I can't remember. Was Harlan doing Metallica back in the day? But there was a question here. Would you ever? Oh, which one?
I'm just saying. I thought Rob said he wanted to ask a question to Kevin, and then we were going to cut it.
Yes, go ahead. Was there?
Oh, was it? What character does Kevin want to do next? Was that it?
Oh yeah, Kevin.
Frazetta, yeah.
What Frazetta figure do you want to sculpt next?
Yeah, the flesh eater.
The flesh eaters, yeah, he said that.
Yeah, the flesh eaters.
Oh,
yeah, we got that.
Question? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. Well, awesome episode. We got to go through all the characters here. I'm gonna just show a couple more pictures with some of the character packs being utilized on the different bodies. So definitely think about those character packs if you haven't already. You can utilize some cool kid bashes with them and stuff. So real good stuff. So
oh man,
yeah.
That
helmet gives me strong like dragon hunter vibes for some reason. I'm like I just build this lore that he's like a dragon hunter.
It's Rohirrim.
Dragon Slayer.
Rohirrim.
So yeah, guys.
That's a horse lord right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I think of. He needs to be on a.
Yeah. He looks like a. Yep.
Fighting with that spear right there, just driving it into his enemies, and then he uses the grapple hook to drag him behind the horse.
And then,
while blowing into the war horn.
I like it.
I feel like we should have done like a hook without a neck on it, to illustrate the difference between the two, like your communication. Yeah.
Kevin, can you get on that, please?
Yeah, please.
Kevin,
you should sculpt the hook and the neck separate, and then they go together.
Y'all have no idea how much Kevin sculpts. Like he doesn't stop sculpting. That's the problem.
Yay! Sorry,
He's
Kevin.
mastered 3 hours of sleep.
But yay! Yay! He's so happy.
All right, Rob Zamora, what's your last question? Because we didn't understand the last one.
Yeah, like that you said, wait. Instead of typing the question, it's like, wait.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marcel. You're pretty cool yourself, brother. Great interaction.
I hope everybody has a great 4th of July. If you're in the States, please be careful. If you're traveling with your family, don't drink and drive, please.
Don't light fireworks too close to your house or vehicles.
And And don't overcook your Lemurian steaks.
True.
Did y'all see that picture that Alex Liu put on his profile? Did y'all see that?
Yeah, with the
What was it? Did you find out what it was?
definitely
I
alligator.
didn't want to know.
You're talking about the dish that his mom made, right?
Yeah,
Was it?
yeah, one of his mom.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I
It looked like a lizard.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I was thinking that, or because it didn't really look like an octopus, which that's what I thought it was at first. But
it looked like one of those massive iguanas or like a Komodo dragonfoot or something.
Yeah, it looked
yummy.
I mean, I've had turtle before, and it tastes pretty good. So
yeah,
some more. Really, was that the question?
Rob just got. We'll never answer another one of those.
Yeah,
back
of the line.
All right,
so
guys. I appreciate you stepping in and coming.
Kevin, Kevin, thank you so much, man. We know that you're very busy and the time change and everything. So thank you, man. Really, it's always great to see you and talk to you. And
yes.
So thank you, man. Very much.
Love your work. Keep up the good work.
I thank you.
And let's see, an hour and 18 minutes. We'll deduct that from your paycheck because you haven't been working this whole time. No, honestly though, Kevin, thank you so much for joining us tonight and giving us some information and some inside look on your sculpts and all that. Like I said previous, we're looking forward to many more to come from you. So with that being said, everybody, Tim, Rob, thank you guys too.
You're welcome.
Everybody watching, thank you for tuning in live. We always love interacting with you guys. And get those pre-orders in so you make sure you get your barbarians and all that. So
yeah, thank you guys, everybody, all you guys watching. Thank you. Yeah, it doesn't work without you. So thank you.
All right, everybody. Till the next one. Have a good one. Good afternoon, everyone.